Yo, what up, Street Dogs? This is Eric Kim. Alright, so just gonna walk around the block and think. Okay, so right now, I think actually, and this is just me trying to think more long term, is what's most important, what kind of humans are remembered. So the humans that are remembered are the ones who exhibit the most courage, valor, greatness, and stuff like that. So to have courage is interesting because it could be lots of different things. So to have courage could be to exhibit mental courage, physical courage, and so forth. So for example, you know, like Gandhi, right? Obviously very courageous. Mother Teresa, you know, Rosa Parks, you know, refusing to stand up. So sometimes it's interesting because acts of courage doesn't actually even have to be things that you do, but it's things that you refuse to do. So the funny thing is sometimes it's good to stand up for your rights, sometimes it's good to just remain seated, and sometimes it's good for you to you know, sit down, stand up. Like it's all context dependent, so it's interesting. And I think right now, and I mean just always, to have courage for your own opinions, to have the courage to not follow the news, to have the courage not to, you know, do as others try to guilt you into doing and stuff like that, to have the courage to keep your distance away from like toxic people or toxic minds and stuff like that, and to know it's not your duty to be empathetic to everybody, all humanity. I think there's a saying from Nietzsche, it's like, you know, brotherly love to all would be tyranny for you, my dear neighbor. So the basic notion is, I think actually what's more genuine is for us to think about what's personally meaningful to you and what you want to exhibit courage in, and to also just like, I mean, it's kind of hard because like the notion of helping all of humanity, I think for the most part it's like too kind of generally abstract of a notion, and the basic thing is to just like, you know, put your stake in the ground for the few things you really care about and exhibit care for those few things. So so for example, for myself, I think where I'm gonna, you know, probably some of the most courageous things that I think I've personally done, which is almost like a self-detriment to me, but actually I'm kind of quite proud of myself, is that like, you know, 3 years ago, I deleted my Instagram with like 60,000 followers, right? Or the fact that I don't look at stats, I don't look at comments, I don't look at views, I don't really care for those things. And also like, maybe also my courage is I have the courage to kind of be like an asshole and to be insensitive, because everyone's always trying to bully you into feeling this way and thinking that way, and also for me not to be politically correct, because, you know, I refuse to let other people tell me what to say and what not to say. And so I think right now actually the best courage to exhibit is courage over your opinion, courage over your thoughts, courage over essentially how you want to live your life, courage over the artworks you make, and I mean even basic things too in photography and street photography. This is why I think it's so great, is that to have the courage to go out and shoot photos of strangers, to shoot photos of the world. And actually I think right now to go out and photograph and document your life, to share your thoughts on COVID-19, whatever, it takes an incredible amount of courage for you to exhibit. So I don't know, just right now it seems like it's the best chance for you to exhibit courage. I mean, basic things you could do is start your own website, bluehost.com, install wordpress.org, start blogging your thoughts, right? Or start your own YouTube channel, vlog your own thoughts, go out, make some photos, document COVID-19, see what's happening with your own eyes. having the courage to leave your apartment or leaving your house, obviously within legal bounds and stuff like that. You don't want to break the law. And so generally speaking, I don't know, just to me, courage, valor, audacity, strength is everything. And also it just depends. Like, what do you want to be remembered? What do you want to be remembered for? And then this just comes down to your own personal thing. So I personally obviously want to be remembered. I want to be remembered. The funny thing is, I don't really care to be remembered, because obviously after I die, I can't reap the rewards of benefiting others. But to me, just on a very practical sense, to live a more dangerous, risky, courageous life just on a day-to-day basis, it's just actually a lot more fun and interesting for me, and I feel the most alive, I feel the most excited, and I actually feel the most happy and joyful. So maybe, this is my thought, the maximally happy life and joyful and spirited and gracious life is the one with maximal courage, bravery, audacity, and brazenness. So let us use this opportunity for us to live more bravely, to have more fun, and to know that the whole world is your oyster.